19-year-old Sara Burke was killed on one of the busiest streets in Bremerton, Washington. Why hasn't her killer been found 13 years later? Coming from subreddit Unsolved Mysteries, user ChevroletChaser. Hi all. This write-up is about a case that is very close to home for me, as it occurred in my hometown when I was 10 years old. My family would drive down the road this crime occurred in several times a week, and noticing the posters stapled to telephone poles and taped to bus stops is what really started my interest in true crime. Who was Sara Burke? Sara Burke was described as an enthusiastic and bubbly girl who loved people. She had a soft spot for the vulnerable and was always the first person to stick up for those who were bullied or oppressed. She was an honor roll student at Renaissance High School and was excited to attend the local community college the following fall to study early childhood education, with goals to become a teacher. What happened that night? On the night of May 3, 2011, Sara was walking down Warren Avenue in Bremerton, Washington, on her way to visit her boyfriend. This was a walk she made very often, and Warren Avenue is still to this day considered one of the busiest streets in the city. This particular night, her walk was quickly and cruelly interrupted on a street corner when she encountered someone at the mouth of an alleyway who stabbed her once in the neck before fleeing down the alleyway. She was less than a half a block away from her boyfriend's house. Nearby witnesses claimed to have at first thought there was a car accident because they saw the young girl bleeding profusely on the street. There was no robbery, no sexual assault, no evidence of any other motive for the killing than just wanting to kill. Possible connection to other cases. In the span of 9 months, 3 similar and violent acts, including Sara's, occurred in areas nearby to each other in Bremerton. On February 3, 2012, exactly 9 months after Sara's murder, 61-year-old Melody Brannon was stabbed to death on the front porch of the home she'd recently moved into at 1300 High Avenue in Bremerton. High Avenue is half a mile and less than a 3-minute drive away from the neighborhood Sara was killed in. Just like Sara's case, there was no evidence of robbery or sexual assault. It appeared the motive for the killing was just wanting to kill. On June 20, 2011, an unnamed 50-year-old man was stabbed while he was walking on Burwell Street, which is 1 mile away from High Avenue, where Melody Brannon would end up murdered 8 months later. Similarly to Sara and Melody's cases, there were no other apparent motives for the attack. But surprisingly and thankfully, the man ended up surviving the attack and was able to give police a description of the suspect, which led to an updated composite sketch. Due to the short time frame, close location, where you could walk to each area of attack in 25 minutes, lack of motive, and similar MO, police are almost certain that the 3 cases were connected to the same one suspect. Sara's family, however, feels differently. They were concerned about an ex-boyfriend who they claim to have been stalking Sara. When her older brother Chris, who is a medic in the Army, expressed concern over this, Sara brushed him off and said, "I got this. I'm tough." Sara's parents, Chester and Danae, say they believe she was attacked by someone she knew, or she got in an argument with the suspect and was attacked as she was walking away. Call to action. If you or anyone you know have any information regarding Sara's case or any of the other 2 cases mentioned in this write-up, Bremerton police urge you to contact them immediately, no matter how small or insignificant you may think the information is. You can call the Bremerton Police Department tip line at 360-473-5481.